everyone, Cody from Mactelecom Networks. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the new UniFi 4.0 Drive update. This update brings a lot of great improvements, including backups of Microsoft 365, we have smart tests for our hard drives, and we also have photo backups for our iPhone. So let's get started. We're on my dashboard of my UNAS 2, and there is a pop-up right at the screen. So it says UniFi EndPoint. Access UniFi Drive with the simple click. And this is what we're going to need to do that automatic photo backup on our iPhones. It's currently not available for Android users, but hopefully that's something that comes soon. I don't have UniFi Identity set up on this system yet, so we'll walk all the way through that. But let's go check out the health monitor. And the health monitor is new within UniFi Drive 4.0. We have our throughput read and throughput write. We also have HDD bad sectors, so we could check off whichever one we want to take a look at on the dashboard. Seeing as this is the UNAS 2, there are only 2 drives in this. We'd also see a couple other things: the disk health, the status, the HDD bad sectors, the SSD lifespan, the power on hours, and then we have the smart test, which we'll run through. On the left-hand side, we have our show graph, and then we have our temperature CPU. So we could turn up our fans if we want, and this was already existing before. But if we click over fan mode, you'd see fan controls targets HDD temperature to ensure optimal lifespan. It adjusts fan speed to keep drives within a target temperature range. We also have our storage pool, our disk, and then we have optimal. You'd see the smart test results, and we've done one at optimal, and then we've not tested the other. So let's click on not tested. And that shows that the HDD2 has not been tested. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. It's going to show things like our drive health, our drive identification, and performance. And if we scroll all the way down to the bottom, this is where we have our smart test. The smart test provides a thorough diagnostic of your drive's health, assessing key attributes to confirm its integrity. You can see below here, there's 2 different tests. So run during off-peak hours to stay uninterrupted. There's a quick test, which takes about 2 minutes. And then there's an extended test, which takes up to 816 minutes. So if you're going to be clicking that one, make sure you don't want to use your hard drives or your UNAS for a couple hours. We're just going to run a quick test on this drive. It will show a graph of how much it's already gone through. We're at 10% right now, but if you want to cancel it altogether, you could do so. The smart test has been done on our HDD2, and it shows that this drive is optimal, so there are no errors on this drive right now, and it's performing how it should. The next major addition in UniFi 4.0 is the ability to back up our Microsoft 365, which is limited currently, but how we get to that, we go over to backup tasks. We have our offsite backups, which we've had for quite a while, and we could go over to cloud services like Google Drive, Dropbox, Wasabi, and so on. But for this new one, we have protected cloud backup. Protect Microsoft 365 data from ransomware and data loss with reliable local backups, and that's the one that we're going to check off. I already did this setup before, and you can see the backup source is Mactelecom Networks, and there doesn't look like a way to unlink it. But I'm going to show you how you set this up on my UNAS Pro 8. So we're over on my UNAS Pro 8, and it's going to say link my Microsoft account. This is a free account that I created just for this video. I do use Google Workspace, but let's go ahead and we're going to sign in. Now it's going to show you all of these permissions that you need to do, and I'm going to consent on behalf of our organization, and I'm going to press accept. And that's how easy it is to link your Microsoft account. We're going to go back to my UNAS 2 because that's where I'm going to be putting these files. But you could see here that we have all our users, so this is a scope, or you could select specific users. We could also have automatically add new users, and we could uncheck that if we don't want it to happen. On the right-hand side, we have our destination, so we have our storage pools. So you can put it in your storage pool 1, or if you have a separate storage pool. And then we have our retention, so keep all versions, keep versions for 30 days, keep 10 of the latest versions, or we have our advanced rules. I'm just going to click on keep all versions. For this video, I'm going to select a specific user, which is this Cody McCallum, and I'll give it a task name of Cody McCallum. OneDrive backup. There are other Microsoft 365 services that are coming to this. We already have our OneDrive. We're going to have Exchange. We're going to have Teams, and then we're going to have SharePoint, which is coming soon. So now that I've done that, I could create the task. We could do a couple different things with the task. We could set a schedule, so it's daily, weekly, monthly, and we could specify at what time. I'm going to leave it at default, and I'm going to press create. Now you can see that it brought both of my users in here, UniFi user and Cody McCallum, and the status is scheduled for the Cody McCallum but it is not for the UniFi user. So if I click on Cody McCallum, you could edit the backup task, but you could also see the services that it's doing and the time that it's going to back up. It hasn't backed up yet, and I'm going to bring over my OneDrive folder. We currently don't have anything in my OneDrive, so I'm going to throw a video in there. Okay, we have this video file within my OneDrive. I'm going to go back to my UNAS, and we're going to click on Backup Now. This may take a couple minutes. The backup is now complete, and we could browse the backup data. This is showing that one video that I put within my OneDrive, and there's a couple things that we could do. So we could click on Restore, or we could download. Clicking on Restore, it will restore entire drive. So the Restore scope is attachments. Then we have our share permissions. The destination account, which will be an email. Then we have destination folder. We have our original folder or new folder, and replication rule. And we click to restore. If we just want to download the file, we just need to click download, and we'll download to our PC. Another improvement within UniFi 4.0 is our system log. We're going to be able to see when admins have accessed it or when things have changed, like deleted files. And this last update is probably my favorite one, as I do use an iPhone, so I could back up my photos and I could back up my videos right to my UNAS. But we're going to need to set up UniFi identity. So clicking over on the settings wheel, we could see that we have identity. So we have UniFi EndPoint, access UniFi Drive with a simple click. We need to agree to UniFi Identity's terms and service, and then we could get started. Now this would have pushed out invites to anybody that is a user who has an email address within our UNAS system, and we're going to press got it. Now there's a couple things that we could do here. We have our services, which is file access, and we have auto send invites when a user has an email. So if you want to turn that off, you can. Then you have a require a validation code when loading credentials, and there's an expiration of 7 days. We could also integrate with directory integration, so Microsoft or Google. And then we could manage, so we could add to an existing workspace. That would be if you're using UID Enterprise, and we could deactivate UniFi Identity altogether. If you didn't have auto invite sent out, you could go over to your users, you could click on your user, and then you could see when identity invite was sent out, and you could invite again. Once it's invited again, you could either send this to their email or you could copy the link. So I'm just going to copy the link. Now this says set up on your computer or set up on your phone. I already have UniFi EndPoint installed on my phone, so I'm going to do setup on my phone. You'd see here that there's a QR code, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to scan that QR. With UniFi EndPoint installed on our phone and we loaded the credentials, you could see two different things here. We could see our file access and photo backup, and it is showing backing up 99%. I already had been using this for quite a while, so let's click on photo backup. I did delete the photo backup before, so it is still showing that we have 11 gigs that's already been downloaded. But you could check off photo backup, you have our photos, or you could back up your videos as well. We're not going to back up my videos, but then we need to select a photo backup destination. There isn't a folder already created within my personal drive, so Cody's drive, so we're going to go ahead, click on the new folder, and I'll call it Cody's Photos Backups. We're going to save that, and then we're going to select the destination and press Change Destination. It says switch to new destination folder. Backup will continue to the new destination for items that haven't been backed up yet, and we're going to press OK. Now it's showing backing up, and it's at 98%, so we have a little while to go. It will show you where you're at. So we have 6,414 files or photos out of 6,526, and you could see that that's going up pretty quickly. If you're not local to your machine, say you're on vacation, maybe in Florida, well, you could connect to a VPN, and then you'll be able to do this photo backup. Going back to my UNAS 2, it is under my drive, so Cody's drive, and it's Cody's Photo Backups, which is the new folder that I created, and you could see some of the images that it's brought in. This has been working really well for me. So if you do have a new photo within your camera roll, it will just upload the new photo. And that's going to be my video on UniFi Drive 4.0, and this is a pretty big one. With the ability to back up Microsoft 365 and my iPhone photos and videos, I think this is a great step in the right direction. Now, hopefully they start including Android users for that photo and video backup, and I would also like to see Google Workspace introduced within some of these backups. Let me know what you think about UniFi Drive 4.0. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. All right, thanks.